Chuck the pre-sports cards, saying hey, no. Hopefully everybody's having a good start to your week. This is my Tuesday, or your Tuesday, my Monday. I'll leave it at that. Socializing with Sonia, saying hello. Hey Chuck. Appreciate you all being here for today. Won't be a super long stream today. My wife's got a doctor's appointment this afternoon that came up just before we started the weekend. So we got to do that. That's at 3:40 our time, so I got to finish about 3 o'clock at the latest. We're going to do a little bit of a different Take It Back Tuesday, 80 years and 30 ionic moments from baseball. And we've got, of course, our giveaway bin here for the month of July, which will take place this Friday. I might end up doing a little bit later stream in the afternoon on Friday. I'll get into that if we have time. If not today, more tomorrow. Plus, I need to find out more as to what's going on in our church. We have one of our church members that passed away last Friday afternoon after my live stream. So other than that, we are having vacation Bible school at our church in the mornings from 9 a.m. to noon each morning. That's fun with a bunch of kids. I think we had 45 kids yesterday and a little bit more than that today in our vacation Bible school. All right, so nothing late breaking in the chat here. And of course, after we go through this, of course, this, in case you're wondering here, this here is the 2023 All-Star Game logo that was revealed the end of last week by the Seattle Mariners. Actually, it was Friday night in their evening game against Houston. So that's where we stand right there, and you can go away. Sorry, my computer opened up another browser, and I'm like, I don't need that one. So that's what this is, and we'll have this up here at least until next year's All-Star Game. So that'll give you a clue as to why I've got that on my break mat. But this thing we're going to go over here next is, get to a screen where I can see it, Baseball Digest. We might end up going through the 80 years, 80 ionic players, but for today's edition, we're going to do the 30 ionic moments. We rank the 30 greatest moments in our 80-year history of Baseball Digest. So this is the 80-year mark for this Baseball Digest magazine, for those that might know it from days of old. So we're going to get into this article right at 2:10 sharp. Starts off here, 80 ionic moments. Baseball Digest ranks Major League Baseball's 30 greatest moments since the first issue came off the press in 1942. Water here. Let me get a sip of water real quick here. Sorry about that. Okay, what do we got here? That is here. That is here. Oh, that's why. I was like, wait a minute here. Now it looks better. Dodgers clubhouse, keep out. Montreal. The Atlanta Braves, Hank Aaron. Give you a brief intro here. The 30 Ionic Moments, 1942 to 2021, were selected and ranked by the independently submitted votes of a 12-member Blue Ribbon panel of Baseball Digest editors and longtime MLB observers and participants. In case you're wondering, this is from the July-August 2022 Baseball Digest magazine. So that's where this was culminated. Does that make any sense? Culminated? I'm going to set this out of the way for now. Here, I'll set the edge of this right here. How's that sound? Alright. So we will be going through this article and talk about 30 iconic moments. JG50, hey Donald, Chuck, and Sonia. JG50, how are you doing, kind sir? I'm trying to think what your icon says. I can't see it in this. But appreciate you stopping by. I don't know if he came from Bipster. Was Bipster live till I came live today? Maybe he's shooting some people over my way. Thank you for popping into our stream today. Sorry, I'll probably be drinking water to a great extent here. Oh, wait a minute. Where did my camera go? That's why things are a little bit strange. You can't see me. Let me see if I can figure out where my cameras are. Oh, wait. Let me go here. Video. Oh, virtual. I guess we're going to have to go without me today. I didn't even realize that did not start up. I was wondering where my little picture went. Where's my little icon? It uncovered me. Overhead camera. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is the overhead. Where's the webcam? Okay. No, didn't want to do that. Okay. Pardon me not having my camera on me. I was wondering, something was missing from the stream. Already smashed that thumbs up. Well, at least we can see the content at hand. Layout editor, mini feed, editor display, scene selector, source selector, audio mixer. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, just saw I was live. Alright, thanks there. JG50. Appreciate you popping into the stream with us, though. Sorry about that. I got confused a little bit, and I'll have to figure out what's going on later. I got home from vacation Bible school to church, and lo and behold, I came back and I was like, what is going on here? What is up? Well, I guess I'll just have to go with what we have for now. And we'll just show this part down here for now, and you can see my lovely hands. No me. I don't know what happened to the mini me. My mini me did not, doesn't show up anywhere else on the screen there, or in a camera angle or view. So I don't know what happened here. Oh. No. There we go. Now I got it good to go. I'm here. Now you can see me. I don't know what was going on there for a second. But I got it figured out. Got my camera, and so we are getting ready to rock and roll. Okay? So without further ado, we will get into these 30 Ionic moments. Starting with number 30 right here, the Pine Tar game. George Bret homers and chaos ensues. The play was bizarre enough, starting with umpire Tim McClellan laying the bat across the plate to measure how much pine tar was on it. But George Bret's reaction on the sheer rage on his face as McClellan called him out, negating his two-run homer, is burned in the minds of all who saw it, or have seen it on countless sports video shows since. That Bret won his point, and the home run later counted, is secondary to his reaction. All right? Ionic moment number 29. McGwire surpasses Mara's single-season home run record. It says, down the left field line. Is it enough? Gone. There it is. 62. That was said of Joe Buck. A quarter century and revelations about performance enhancers have perhaps tarnished the moment, despite Joe Buck's pitch-perfect call. But it should be remembered that baseball was still climbing out of the hole dug with the 1994-1995 work stoppage, and the Mark McGwire-Sammy Sosa race had the nation riveted all summer long. The moment may have lost some of its magnitude, but not its magic. And then next we have here Ionic moment number 28. Rose tops Cobb with career hit number 4,192. That rock won't roll. They say the girls got heart of Stepney? Stepney? Not really sure exactly what dragon. That rock and roll. They say the girls got heart of stone. Gotta be heart of stone. Big E Hurt 35, sports cards and memorabilia. Hello, everybody. Ethan's Elvis covers and more's in the house. How you doing there, Ethan? Thanks for popping by and paying this lonely old guy a visit. Appreciate you being here, Ethan. Mike R. Stone. Yeah, heart of stone. That's what I figured that said there. Hey, Ethan. Right? So long before the gambling controversies that marred his image, Pete Rose was, for many people, the embodiment of all that was good about the game, and the nation was near universal in rooting for him to pass one of baseball's most revered numbers. His single off the Padres, Eric Show, was Rose's 4,192nd hit. But was it the record breaker? Research has taken back 2 of Ty Cobb's hits due to a scoring mistake. So Rose actually became the hit king 3 days earlier. Then we have next up is Ionic Moment number 27. Puckett's 11th inning home run sends the series to Game 7. Into the deep left center for Mitchell, and we'll see you tomorrow night. That was set up Jack Buck this time. The Braves and Twins staged a 7-game World Series that captured the imagination of fans coast to coast. And Kirby Puckett's 11th inning home run off Charlie LeBrant, the Braves' Game 1 starter, in Game 6 was its signature moment. The homer pushed the series to the limit, and the Metrodome crowd was deafening, even to a TV audience, which was treated to one of Jack Buck's legendary calls. Then we have Ionic Moment number 26. Jeter's flip preserves lead and ignites Yankees comeback. Derry Jeter's career was filled with memorable moments, but several of them were also unique moments, and no play symbolized his uncanny knack for being in the right place at the right time and doing the right thing that this defensive gem, preserving a 1-run lead as the Yankees were facing elimination in Game 3 of the 2001 ALDS in Oakland. They would win the game and the series. Right. Next up will be Ionic Moment number 25. McLean notches his 30th victory of the season. I don't know how warm it is in your neck of the woods or your in wherever you might be in the country, but for us here in the Pacific Northwest, which is the western part of the state of Washington, we're having a heat wave. I think it's over, it's 90 degrees right now, which is really hot. Scroll way up. What do you need me to scroll way up for? Oh, Ethan, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Ethan's got a 99-cent super chat, so with that he gets an entry into. Oh, I missed that one. Oh, I must have looked up, and then the texting here scooted that up out of the way, and I didn't see it on my screen as a super chat, except it's there, 99 cents for Ethan. Let me get to my monthly giveaway for July. Get it up, opened up here, and get things rolling. Rolling. We got 83 entries. And now with Ethan's $1 super chat, he gets 1 entry. Remember, every dollar in a super chat, you get that many entries. So if by chance you give me a $1 super chat or a 99-cent super chat, that's close enough, Ethan's, you get an entry into my end of month super chat giveaway. Ethan's sports cards and more is entry number 84. Thank you, Ethan. I am so sorry about that. And yeah, my computer's not telling me when the super chat goes in. That's another error in my computer. It's supposed to show me something on a separate screen, and it's not doing that either. it shows, I probably have to go, yeah, on my little reader board here, it says, my last donation was about a month ago. Mike R.E. Dragon Goros has super chatted $5 about a month ago. But that's last month's drawing, that's for sure. Alright, so boom. We get where we're supposed to be here. Dun, 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 dun. Hey man, hey JG, I'll take a caramel frappuccino. Mike, hello JG, what size? Scroll way up, Donald. We're good. I don't drink coffee or frappuccino. Boom for the dollar super chat. Thanks, Ethan. And again, I apologize for that. My head's like, especially under this hat. It's sweating up here. Eventually, you'll probably see the sweat rolling down my head. By the way, most houses up in the Pacific Northwest, on the western side of the state, we don't have air conditioning. So I got a fan running in every room in my house, just circulating the warm air. But it does give us a cool breeze every once in a while. That's what's really nice. A cool breeze once in a while. Let me get this saved really quick here for our July giveaway. So yes, now we have 84 entries. We've got, what do we got? 16 more entries. That's 10, 15, and 16 more entries for another prize on the wheel. Right now we've got 5 prizes that you'll be able to choose from in my box of cards here. And I know for now at least I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Got 14 cards up for grabs. I don't know for sure if we'll get to that level or that height, but we do have that many at least. All right, let me do the next group here on this. Let me switch back to my chat. Get up here again. I'll be finishing no later than 3 o'clock. So my wife has a 3:40 doctor's appointment that we got to get to. So number 25 for Ionic Moments. McLean notches his 30th victory of the season. It didn't happen in 34 years, and no one has come close to in 54 years since. Denny McLean had his off-the-field issues, but was the 1968 MVP and the Cy Young winner in 1968 and 69. With Dizzy Dean, the last 30-game winner, 1934 at Tiger Stadium, McLean beat Oakland for win number 30 and led Detroit to the World Series. His victories in 1968 have stood the test of time. It is the only 30-win season for any MLB pitcher over the last 87 seasons, from 1935 to 2021. Then we have Ionic Moment number 24. Smith's improbable walk-off home run propels the Cardinals. Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go crazy, folks. Go crazy, said Jack Buck. Okay. The Cardinals' Ozzie Smith had 3,009 career at-bats from the left side without hitting a home run when it came to the plate in the 9th inning of Game 5 of the 1985 NLCS at Busch Stadium. But this time, the Wizard of Oz would drill a 1-2 pitch from the Dodgers' Tom Niedenfuhr off a concrete pillar behind right field wall to give St. Louis a 3-2 victory and a 3-2 lead in a series it would take 6 to win in. All right, Ionic Moment number 23. Chambliss' walk-off home run puts Yankees back in the series. He hits one deep to right center, That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant. That was said of Phil Rizzuto. The Yankees' dominance over the rest of baseball ended in 1964, and for a dozen years they were in the doldrums. They won the American League East and returned to the World Series in 1976 after an epic ALCS versus the Royals, which ended suddenly with Chris Chambliss' first pitch, ninth-inning homer off right-hander Mark Littell in a winner-take-all Game 5. It marked the first time a pennant was won on a walk-off homer since 1951 and was the first in the LCS era. And then Ionic moment number 22, counting down to the top for the top 30 here. We've got Brooklyn clinches its first and only world championship. No, not yet a record heat. We did hit the 100s when we had our heat wave last year in the summertime. That was our worst summer ever, that's for sure. No, not a record. It gets to triple digits in Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington can have all the sun that they want. We're just the wet side. We usually get a fairly nice summer, but usually if we hit 80, it's normally, oh wow, it's getting pretty warm now. When we hit 90, we got to break out the big water containers and keep hydrated, that's for sure. Yes, this nice cold water. I like nice cold refreshing water. Ionic moment number 22. Brooklyn clinches its first and only world championship. On October 4th, 1955, the Dodgers lost to the Yankees in the World Series of 1941. 47, 49, 52, and 53. And the baseball gods decided enough was enough. The Dodgers reached a Game 7, and young lefty John Padres shut out the Bombers at Yankee Stadium with the help of Sandy Amoros, whose terrific catch down the left field line robbed Yogi Berra of an extra base hit and saved the game. It was the lone championship for Brooklyn, the Dodgers' home from 1890 to 1957. Alright, let me get a sip of water here real quick. Yeah, you guys are getting hammered with the heat. Yeah. Alright, so we got 8 more as we count down from the top 30, going backwards from the 30 Ionic moments in baseball as per the Sporting News Digest. So, Ionic moment number 21, Red Sox overcome 3-0 deficit to win the ALCS. Ground ball to second. Reese, the Boston Red Sox, have won the pennant. There is a first time for everything, but overcoming a 3-0 deficit in a 7-game series, the Red Sox did it against the Yankees before winning the World Series to end the 1986 year. Curse of the Bambino. Curt Schilling's Game 6 win with the bloody sock came to symbolize the heart it took to do it. Let them celebrate, George Steinbrenner said, as the Sox partied at Yankee Stadium. They earned it. It never happened with 38 previous deficits, and it hasn't happened since. All right, Ionic moment number 20. Bret Boone belts 11th inning home run to clinch the pennant for the Yankees. There goes a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are gone to the World Series as called by Charlie Steiner. The Yankees rallied from a 4-0 and a 5-2 deficit to send Game 7 of the ALCS to extra innings. Aaron Boone, in a terrible slump, entered the game late and came up in the 11th inning against knuckleballer Tim Wakefield. Tried to hit a line drive to second, manager Joe Torre told him, echoing advice he'd gotten decades before from Ted Williams. Boone stayed back and drove one into the left field stands as Yankee Stadium's cheers shook, breaking Boston's heart again. Then, Ionic moment number 19. Frank Robinson debuts as MLB's first black manager on April 8, 1975. Jackie Robinson had made a plea during the 1972 World Series for baseball to hire its first African-American manager. 2 years later, Frank Robinson nearing the end of a Hall of Fame playing career, was hired to manage and DH in Cleveland. It was too long coming. Commissioner Bowie Kuhn noted Robbie made his first game as player-manager unforgettable, hitting his 575th homer to help beat the Yankees 5-3. On opening day in 1975, Municipal Stadium. Then Ionic moment number 18. Henderson surpasses Brock to become MLB's greatest base stealer. Lou Brock was a symbol of great base stealing, but today I am the greatest of all time. Thank you, said Rickey Henderson. Rickey Henderson didn't invent the stolen base, but he perfected it, eclipsing season and career marks set by Ty Cobb and Lou Brock. In the 13th of his 25 MLB seasons, Henderson broke Brock's career record with number 939. He pulled the base out of the ground and held it aloft for Oakland fans. Rickey shared the headlines with Nolan Ryan, who threw his 11th no-hitter that day, but went on to steal a likely unreachable 1,406 stolen bases. So there you go. Rickey Henderson is base stealing 18. Okay. Looks like I'm up to date here. Still got a little bit of time, looks like. What do we got? Yeah, I got about 23 minutes. Let's continue on here. Ionic moment number 17. Bond hits home run number 756 to top Aaron's all-time record. Backstick deals and Bonds. Bonds hits one high, hits one deep. It is out of here. 756. Bonds stands alone. That was said of Dwayne Cooper. In contrast to Hank Aaron's record-breaking homer in 1974, Bonds capturing the crown was somber. The steroid scandal, for which he became leading symbol, cast a pall over his pursuit. When Bonds tied Babe Ruth with 714, a New York tabloid spelled out the number with syringes on its back page. Bonds, number 756, off the Nationals' Mike Bassick. And has never become an Ionic clip. Perhaps future generations will come to see it differently. Ionic moment number 16. Dent homers over the Green Monster in a one-game playoff. Deep to left, Yastrzemski will not get it. It's a home run, a 3-run home run for Bucky Dent, and the Yankees now lead it by a score of 3-2. That was said of Bill White. Well, that's interesting. It says, deep to left, Yastrzemski will not get it. It's a home run. It wasn't a walk-off, and it didn't win a pennant or a World Series, but Bucky Dent's 7th-inning homer turned around a one-game playoff for the American League East title, the climax of a thrill-a-day summer-long pennant race between baseball's fiercest rivals. That it came from such an unlikely source added to the magic and prompted a generation of Yankees fans to remember where they were when it happened, and Red Sox fans to forever curse the name of Bucky Bleeping Dent. Alright, then Ionic moment number 15. Reggie goes deep 3 times in Game 6 of the 1977 World Series on October 18, 1977. Oh, what a blow. What a way to top it off. Forget about the most valuable player in this World Series. How this man has responded to pressure. Oh, what a beam on his face. And how can you blame him? He's answered the whole world. No player ever created or endured more controversy than Reggie Jackson during his first year in New York. He batted with teammates, nearly came to blows with manager Billy Martin, and was benched for Game 5 of the ALCS, but only Babe Ruth in 1928 was ever ended a season in such dramatic fashion. With 3 homers and a World Series clincher, Jackson's third of the night was a monumental blast and earned him the moniker Mr. October for perpetuity. Then Ionic moment number 14. Carter's walk-off home run in Game 6 clinches the 1993 World Series. The 1933 World Series was the highest scoring series to that point, with 81 runs, and featured the highest scoring game ever. Toronto's 15-4 win in Game 4, no lead was safe when Joe Carter, known for his joy and exuberance, hit his famous 3-run shot off the Phillies' Mitch Williams to end it in Game 6. He jumped up and down like a kid, and why not? He joined Bill Mazeroski as the only players to jump up and down like a kid. And why not? He joined Bill Mazeroski as the only player to end the World Series with a walk-off home run. Right, looks like we got a few more here. We got 8 on this page and 5 on the last. 4. Oh no, let's see. Now I have 1 page with the number 1 pick. Okay. Gotta move things along here. Let me get some water. Alright, moving on down the road now. Number 13's Ionic moment is Mookie's little roller eludes Buckner to tie the 86 series. Okay, sorry. Move this over a little bit. You can see the other page here, I guess. You guys should have hollered at me. All right. A little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets by Buckner, and the Mets win it, as announced by Vince Scully. With the Red Sox leading 5-3 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th inning of Game 6 of the 1986 World Series at Chase Stadium, the scoreboard briefly read, "Congratulations, Red Sox," when the Mets' Mookie Wilson, the 4th batter to come to the plate for New York as the potential last out of the season, dribbled what appeared to be a routine grounder to first. The ball eluded Bill Buckner's glove and rolled into the outfield. The scoreboard then read, "We win." All right, Ionic moment number 12. Mets shock everyone with a clinch the 1969 World Championship. The 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit to the outfield, waiting is Jones. The Mets are world champions. Jerry Koosman being mobbed. "Look at this scene," said Kurt Gowdy. Men had set foot on the moon less than 3 months earlier. But the New York Mets, winning the World Series in just 5 games over the powerful and highly favored Baltimore Orioles, may have been the more improbable feat. The Mets had won only 73 games the previous season, and that was the most in the franchise's first 70 years. They trailed the Cubs by 10 games in the National League East before winning 38 of their final 48 games to capture the division title. Ionic moment number 11, Gibson hits improbable walk-off home run in World Series Game 1. High fly ball to right field. She's gone. In like a year, it has been so improbable. The impossible has happened, said Vince Scully. Rivaling the cinematic heroics of the fictional Roy Hobbs and the natural Kirk Gibson left the trainer's room and hobbled to the plate at Dodger Stadium with a runner at first and 2 outs in the 9th inning of Game 1 of the World Series, and his Dodgers trailing the A's 4-3. Clearly debilitated by knee and hamstring injuries, Gibson worked the count full against Dennis Eckersley before launching an Ionic walk-off homer. It would be his only appearance of the 5-game series. Now we have Ionic moment number 10. Carlton Fisk waves his home run fair to send 75 series to Game 7. There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair to home run, we will have a 7th game in this 1975 World Series, said Dick Stockton. Bernie Carbo's improbable pinch hit 3-run homer for the Red Sox in the 8th inning of Game 6, which had tied the score 6-6, would soon be overshadowed in the Classic contest in the bottom of the 12th. Carlton Fisk led off against Cincinnati righty Pat Darcy and hit the second pitch off the left foul pole to send the game to Game 7. NBC director Harry Coyle to send the game to Game 7. NBC director Harry Coyle captured Fisk's memorable reaction with a camera he had just embedded in the left field scoreboard. All right, and then we have Ionic moment number 9. Top 10 countdown here. Now we're on number 9 out of the 30 iconic moments. Cubs end their 108-year World Series title drought. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove and throw to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series, said Pat Hughes in November 2nd, 2016. A total of 106 World Series had been played since the Cubs last won one, 69 since they appeared in one, and the eventual 2016 World Championship makes it easy on their long-suffering fans, trailing their first fall classic since the 1945 3-1. After forcing a Game 7 in Cleveland, they squandered a 3-run lead in the 8th when Rajai Davis tied the game with a 2-run blast. After the first ever Game 7 rain delay, the Cubs prevailed 8-7 in 10 innings. And then, ionic moment number 8, Maris surpasses Ruth's single-season home run mark with 61. Fastball hit deep to right. This could be way back there. Holy cow, he did it. 61 for Maris. That was said of Phil Rizzo. Then ionic moment number 7, Mays makes the catch in Game 1 of the 1954 World Series. There's a long drive way back in center field. Way back. Back it is. Oh, what a catch by Mays. Willie Mays just brought this crowd to its feet with a catch which must have been an optical illusion to a lot of people. That was said of Jack Brickhouse. Willie Mays may not have thought it was the greatest catch he ever made, but those who saw it agreed that only Mays could have made it. With the score tied 2-2 in the top of the 8th at the Polo Grounds, Cleveland's Vic Worth, who was already 3 for 3 and had driven in both Indian runs, sailed Don Little's pitch over Mays' head and center. But the say-hey kid, with his back to the infield, ran it down and quickly fired the ball to keep the runner at second from scoring the go-ahead run. In ionic moment number 6, Larson throws the only perfect game in World Series history. Larson is ready, gets the sign, 2 strikes, 1 ball. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3, a no-hitter, a perfect game for Don Larson. And that was said of Bob Wolf. All right. Don Larson had previously made 2 starts for the Yankees over 2 World Series, lasting just 5.2 innings, but on this day against the Brooklyn Dodgers at Yankee Stadium, with the series tied at 2 games apiece, he was, in a word, perfect in a feat unmatched in World Series history. Larson retired 27 straight batters on 97 pitches. He struck out Dale Mitchell to cap his masterpiece. Mitchell's lone strikeout in 32 career plate appearances over 3 World Series. There we go. Down to our final 5. There's going to be 4 here, and our last page has our final ionic moment. And I'll see if for a bonus entry into the feat, if you're a Baseball Digest reader, you might know what it is. But if anybody knows before I turn to the last feat, I'll give you 2 bonus entries in the Super Chat wheel. Okay? So, ionic moment number 5. Ripken breaks Gehrig's consecutive game streak with 2,131 games on September 6, 1995. This game, with the Angels trailing, is now in the books And let it be said that number 8, Cal Ripken Jr., has reached the unreachable star. Some baseball records are considered unbreakable, and for much of the 20th century, Lou Gehrig's mark of 2,130 consecutive games played was at the top of that list. After Gehrig's retirement in 1939, no one had come closer than Steve Garvey with 1,207, when Cal Ripken Jr. set his sights on the Iron Horse in 1982. The years rolled by, and Ripken manned either third or short for Baltimore game after game until the record was within reach in 1995, and the running tally was kept on the warehouse behind the right field wall at Camden Yards. When the Orioles-Angels game on September 6 became official after the top of the 5th inning, Ripken had reached 2,131 games and took a triumphant lap around the ballpark. He voluntarily ended the streak at 2,632 3 years later. All right, Ionic moment number 4. Bobby Thompson belts the shot heard around the world. We gotta get wrapping things up here. It's getting close to 3 o'clock. I'm losing track of time here. October 3rd, 1951. Bronca throws. There's a long drive. It's going to be, I believe, the Giants win the pennant. 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 Bobby Thompson hits it into the lower deck of the left field stands. The Giants win the pennant. And they're going crazy. They're going crazy, said Russ Hodges. The modern World Series had been played 47 times before a team would punch its ticket to the Fall Classic with a walk-off home run in the final game of regular season. That changed when Giants' Bobby Thompson launched a 0-1 pitch from Ralph Branca of the Dodgers over the Polo Grounds left field wall for a 3-run homer. The blast gave New York 98-59, an improbable 5-4 come-from-behind win over Brooklyn, 97-60. In the National League pennant, Branca had just come on in relief of starter Don Newcomb to face Thompson, who hit a career-high 32 homers last year. With League Championship Series introduced in 1969, Thompson's regular season feat will remain unmatched, and Russ Hodges' excited call of the historic moment will likely be unmatched as well. Moving on here to Ionic moment number 3. Mazeroski belts a walk-off home run versus the Yanks in World Series Game 7, October 13, 1960. Here's a swing and a high fly ball going deep to left. This may do it. Back to the wall goes Berra. It's over the fence. Home run. The Pirates win. And that was announced and called by Chuck Thompson. After Hal Smith's dramatic 3-run home run in the 8th inning had given the Pirates the 9-7 lead, the Yankees mustered a 2-run rally of their own in the 9th. Bill Mazeroski, batting 8th in order in each the 7th games, wasted little time in sending Forbes Field into a frenzy, belting right-hander Ralph Terry's second pitch of the bottom of the 9th inning over the left field wall as Yogi Berra looked on. Mazeroski, an 8-time Gold Glove Award winner, was better known for his defensive skills, but 62 years later, he owns the only walk-off home run in the 7th game of a World Series. The games played in just 2 hours with 24 hits and not a single strikeout recorded. And then here we go. Next to the last one, the second ionic moment. Aaron becomes baseball's all-time home run leader with number 715 on April 8, 1974. He's sitting on 714. Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is gonna be out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time. And it's Henry Aaron, said Milo Hamilton. The stage was set 4 days earlier when Hank Aaron hit his 714th career home run in the first inning on opening day in Cincinnati, April 8th. After a long winter of hate mail and death threats. I'm going to have to put this away, and we'll do that another day. I'll take it off the reader board there. Hate mail and death threats. It was Atlanta's home opener and Hank Aaron night at Fulton County Stadium with lengthy pregame ceremonies and a sellout crowd of 53,775 in attendance. Facing the Dodgers and left-hander Al Downing, Aaron walked on 5 pitches to lead off the second inning and would come to the plate again in the fourth with a runner on first and the Braves trailing 3-1. After another prolonged standing ovation, Aaron stepped in and launching down a 1-0 pitch to the Braves bullpen into left center field. The baseball game and baseball had a new time home run champion. We do have 3 o'clock, but we got time to do our last one. So let me take a peek in the book here. Okay, and if anybody can tell me what Baseball Digest's number 1 iconic moment was in their 30 top ionic moments in baseball history in 80 years of the Baseball Digest. All right? I know there's 5 people watching, 8 thumbs up, not many people hanging in here. Did get a $1 super chat in the stream today. But I'll give you 2 minutes till 3:02 on my computer. Okay, got 3:01, so 1 minute to go. Anybody have any guesses before I read the number 1 iconic moment in Baseball Digest? I don't think there's anybody in here chatting. Maybe I'll just have to skip the trivia part and just get on with the reading. Okay. All right. So, though, got that all taken care of. My computer is saying 3:02, so let's get into it. It's Jackie Robinson breaks baseball's color barrier. This one's a little bit of an article, so I'll kind of go through it as quickly as I can. April 15, 1947. Robinson's debut on April 15, 1947 was largely celebrated at the time, but it was congratulated before the game by Brooklyn Borough President John Cashmore and former Senator James Meade. The Brooklyn Dodgers today purchased the contract of Jackie Roosevelt Robinson from the Montreal Royals. Dodger press release, April 10, 1947. And this article is by Dom Amore. 3/4 of a century later, it's impossible to overstate the magnitude, the only moment in the game's history that is celebrated every season by every team. Jackie Robinson was introduced as a member of the Brooklyn Dodgers on April 15, 1947 at Ebbets Field, batting second and playing first. In the first inning, he made a putout on the first play of the game and grounded out in his first at-bat. And with that, he changed baseball and was a catalyst for change in America. Yet only snippets of newsreel footage survived to record Robinson's movements that day. There was no ceremony, formal press conference, and the crowd of 26,623 was well short of a sellout. Reporters who talked to Robinson at his makeshift locker had not been assigned one yet, did so only briefly. The headline in the New York Daily News the next day read, Dodgers nipped the Braves 5-3 on Reeser's one-man show. Pete Reeser had a single, double, and 2 walks for Brooklyn. After 5 paragraphs, Dick Young mentioned that Robinson laid down one of his deft bunts toward first, raced recklessly on the inside of the baseline as to obscure the pegging vision of Earl Torgenson, and succeeded in getting the rookie first sacker to graze his arm with a hurried peg. Not until his final paragraph did Young mention that it was the first game for Robinson, the major's most discussed rookie. The Brooklyn Eagle also featured Reeser into its headlines, though it ran a photo of Robinson with his 3 fellow infielders. Tommy Holmes, 3/4 through his column, acknowledged that this was an historic occasion. For the first time ever, an acknowledged Negro played in Major League regular season game. Much of the press focus was on the Dodgers' managerial situation. Leo DeRusha was suspended for the year, and Branch Rickey's pursuit of Joe McCarthy ended in rejection. He put scout Clyde Sutpherth in charge before hiring Bert Schotten just 2 games into the season. There was some method to the madness of virtually ignoring the most important event in baseball in the 20th century. Rickey was interested in downplaying Robinson's debut to ease the pressure on him and avoid antagonizing those who were against his signing. After the well-known controversy of that spring training, including the aborted petition by the Dodgers players who objected to Robinson's presence, Rickey announced the final decision not in a major press conference, but with a 1-sentence release distributed to writers in the middle of an exhibition game on April the 10th. The Brooklyn Dodgers today purchased the contract of Jackie Roosevelt Robinson from the Montreal Royals. It read, even the little publicity Robinson's debut received irked Rickey, who told Brooklyn Eagle beat writer Harold C. Burr, he's not only a ball player, he's the way things are now. He's a sideshow attraction. The mainstream sport writers of the day, there was not a person of color in the BBWAA in 1947, tended to focus on the game and shy away from larger issues. In the New York Times, Arthur Daly wrote, the debut of Jackie Robinson was quite uneventful, perhaps, but over time the significance of the moment was digested, and since its 50th anniversary in 1997 has been rightly embraced and celebrated. So hopefully you enjoyed this for a little bit different type of content. The 30 Ionic Moments from Baseball Digest. I might do for another series, maybe next week. We'll see. 80 years of Ionic players. They say we unveil the 80 players without whom the history of baseball from 1942 to 2021 could not be told. So hopefully you enjoyed that, as I did sharing it with you. I do got to get going. It's 3:07. I've got to get to my wife's appointment, so we're not late. So you all take care. This has been Don Blondal. Hall of Fame vets, sports cards, and more. Sorry, the heat's starting to get to me, I guess. Been live with you with Take It Back Tuesday, 80 years of 30 Ionic moments in baseball. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, Harry Ethan. Will you listen in the background? Appreciate that. Hopefully you enjoyed that reading of those 30 Ionic moments. And until then, you all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.